brave, unstoppable women. Let's face it, there's nothing more infuriating than investing your time, energy, and emotions into a man who suddenly turns distant, leaving you stranded in a sea of mixed signals. It's a calculated move, whether intentional or subconscious, a game of power and control. And while it may feel personal, it's not about you. It's about a pattern, one designed to keep you second-guessing your worth. But here's the truth that no one tells you. You are far too powerful, too magnetic, and too extraordinary to be at the mercy of his games. Think about this for a moment. Why is it that some women can walk into a room and command the respect, attention, and devotion of everyone present, while others find themselves constantly chasing, hoping, and waiting? The difference lies not in beauty, charm, or luck. It lies in mastery. Mastery of themselves, their emotions, and the dynamics at play. This is where the transformative principles of dark Stoic psychology come into your arsenal. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're weapons forged in the fires of ancient philosophy and sharpened by modern psychology to help you reclaim your power, understand male behavior, and reshape the narrative so he's the one chasing you. Here's the secret. Men are wired to pursue what they perceive as valuable, rare, and unattainable. And yet, society has conditioned women to bend, twist, and contort themselves in pursuit of affection. What if, instead of running toward him, you became the woman so extraordinary that he'd run toward you? What if you mastered the art of detachment? Not to manipulate, but to center yourself in your own life, to build a fortress of confidence so strong that his games crumble against it. Dark Stoic psychology isn't about playing petty games or creating artificial mystery. It's about elevating yourself so far above the noise that you become untouchable. Picture this. A queen does not beg for attention. Her presence alone commands it. When you focus on mastering your mind, detaching from his unpredictability, reclaiming your energy, and setting unshakable standards, you ignite a quiet power that is impossible to resist. Men are drawn to women who don't need them, but choose to allow them into their world. And here's the clincher. When you stop reacting to his distance, when you stop feeding into his ego with overthinking or chasing, the entire game shifts. You become the woman who leaves an unforgettable mark, the one who haunts his thoughts long after the messages have gone silent. That's the power of dark Stoic psychology. It transforms frustration into strategy, insecurity into confidence, and heartbreak into triumph. So, brave women, the question is simple. Are you ready to reclaim your power and rewrite the rules? If you are, write "I am power" in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and step into the version of yourself who commands respect, devotion, and admiration. Because queens don't chase, they reign. See you in the next chapter of your transformation. Number 1. When a man pulls away, stand taller. Reclaim your power instead of chasing. Why does a man pull away when you've given him your time, attention, and heart? It's a question that has haunted brave women for generations. The silence, the sudden distance, the ambiguity, it's maddening. You find yourself replaying every interaction, wondering what went wrong, as if his behavior is your responsibility to fix. But here's the truth you need to hear right now. It's not about you. It's about control. And the moment you chase him, you hand him the power to define your worth. That ends today. Think of a queen. Does she chase after those who leave her court? No, she stands tall, unshaken, knowing her value is not diminished by someone's inability to see it. This is your moment to embody that same energy. When a man pulls away, your instinct might be to close the gap, to run after him in hopes of rekindling what feels lost. But chasing only feeds the illusion that his approval is the prize. Instead, the key is to reclaim your power, shift the dynamic, and make him see you as the prize he must earn. This is where the profound teachings of dark Stoic psychology come into play. Stoic philosophy teaches us to master our emotions and focus only on what we can control: our actions, our reactions, and our energy. When a man pulls back, it's an invitation for you to rise higher, to center yourself so deeply in your own value that his behavior no longer dictates your peace. It's not about ignoring him to make a point. It's about truly redirecting your energy inward and letting your unshakable self-confidence do the talking. Consider this metaphor. Imagine yourself as the sun. The planets revolve around you, drawn to your gravitational pull, not because you chase them, but because your radiance is undeniable. Men are no different. They are wired to pursue what feels scarce and extraordinary. When you stop chasing and instead stand in your power, you transform from someone who seeks validation into someone who commands it. This shift is magnetic. At this point, you might be thinking, but if I don't chase him, won't he just move on? Here's the reality. If he does, he was never invested in the first place. A man who truly values you will notice your withdrawal and feel the absence of your energy like a cold void. He'll realize that your attention isn't a guarantee, it's a privilege. And trust me, the right man will rise to the occasion to earn it back. Dark Stoic psychology equips you with the tools to navigate this with grace and strength. Instead of reacting emotionally to his withdrawal, focus on yourself. Dive into your passions, reconnect with the things that make you feel alive, and become so engrossed in your growth that his absence feels like a whisper in the wind. When you embody this energy, you are not only practicing Stoicism, but you are also reshaping the entire dynamic. He will see the transformation, and whether he admits it or not, he'll feel compelled to step up. Remember this powerful truth. Chasing a man doesn't win his respect. It erodes it. Standing tall, rooted in your own value, doesn't just win his attention. It captures his admiration. By mastering this principle, you shift the narrative from, "Why did he pull away?" to, "What will he do to keep me in his life?" Let me challenge you today. The next time a man pulls away, instead of reacting, pause. Ask yourself, how can I use this moment to focus on me? How can I reclaim my power and let him see the value of what he's walking away from? Write your answers down and take one step today toward becoming the radiant, magnetic force you were born to be. Write in the comments below, "I stand taller and I do not chase." Let those words be a declaration of your power and an affirmation of the high-value woman you are. If this message resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and prepare for the next strategy that will elevate your relationships and your life. Remember, queens don't chase, they reign. See you in the next chapter. Number 2, stop overgiving. Match his energy and let him feel the weight of effort. Brave women, let me ask you, how many times have you found yourself doing the emotional heavy lifting in a relationship? You overthink every message, initiate every plan, and twist yourself into knots trying to decode his mixed signals. And for what? A breadcrumb of effort that leaves you wondering if he's truly invested, or just enjoying the comfort of your overgiving nature. The truth? A man will only value you as much as you value yourself. When you keep pouring into someone who isn't meeting you halfway, you're not showing love. You're showing him he doesn't need to try. But it's time to rewrite this story. It's time to stop overgiving and let him feel the weight of effort for once. Here's the reality. Men are wired to appreciate what they have to work for. It's a principle deeply rooted in dark Stoic psychology. Effort creates value. If you're constantly overextending, making it easy for him to coast, you strip away the very intrigue and respect that fuel his desire to pursue. Think of it like this. Would you cherish a treasure handed to you on a silver platter as much as one you had to climb mountains to find? Relationships work the same way. If he's not putting in the work, why are you carrying both sides of the connection? This doesn't mean you become cold or play childish games. It means you match his energy. No more, no less. If he's slow to text back, don't flood his inbox with follow-ups. If he's vague about plans, don't bend over backward to accommodate him. Let him rise to your level, or let him drift away. Either way, you win, because you're showing him that your time, your energy, and your presence are privileges, not guarantees. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But if I stop giving, won't he lose interest? Let's flip that around. If the only thing keeping him around is your overgiving, is he even worth it? A high-value woman doesn't chase validation. She embodies self-respect and confidence so deeply that she becomes magnetic. This isn't about withholding affection to manipulate. It's about creating space for mutual effort. When you stop overcompensating, you give him the chance to step up and show what he's made of. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us to master our emotions and detach from the need for immediate gratification. By stepping back and letting him carry his share of the relationship's weight, you send a powerful message. I'm not here to beg for your attention. I'm here for reciprocity. And if he doesn't rise, that silence you create will speak louder than words. Trust me, a man who truly values you will notice, and he will act. Imagine this. He takes days to respond to your message, expecting you to stay on standby, waiting for his convenience. But instead of reacting, you focus on yourself. You dive into your passions, reconnect with friends, or simply enjoy the peace of your own company. By the time he circles back, he finds a woman too engrossed in her vibrant life to entertain his mediocrity. That's the quiet power of matching his energy. You're not playing his game. You're rewriting the rules. This shift isn't just about him. It's about reclaiming your own power. Overgiving drains you, leaving you depleted and resentful. But when you pull back, you regain your equilibrium. You remind yourself that your energy is precious, and not everyone deserves access to it. This isn't selfishness. It's self-respect. Let me leave you with a metaphor. Think of yourself as a flame. When you overgive, you burn too brightly, consuming yourself for someone else's warmth. But when you match energy, you burn steadily and brilliantly, drawing others toward your light without dimming yourself in the process. That is the essence of a high-value woman. So, powerful women, what's your next move? Will you keep chasing, or will you let him feel the weight of effort for a change? Declare your power by writing, "My energy is earned," in the comments below. And if this resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get ready. Because in the next strategy, we'll uncover how to set boundaries that demand respect and make him step up or step aside. Your transformation has only just begun. Number 3, set boundaries that demand respect, make him rise to your level. Brave women, let me ask you this. How many times have you let something slide because you feared being labeled too much? How many times have you accepted late texts, canceled plans, or vague excuses? Thinking if I don't rock the boat, maybe he'll see my worth. But deep down, you know the truth. Every time you lower your standards, you teach him that your time, your energy, and your love are negotiable. And, queens, let me tell you, your worth is never up for negotiation. Here's a reality check rooted in the principles of dark Stoic psychology. People, including men, will treat you how you allow them to treat you. Boundaries aren't walls meant to shut others out. They're gates meant to protect the kingdom you've built within. They declare, boldly and unapologetically, "This is what I expect, and this is what I will not tolerate." And trust me, a man worth your time will rise to meet those expectations, while a man who isn't will crumble under the pressure of his own inadequacy. Let me give you a metaphor. Imagine you're a priceless piece of art displayed in a gallery. Do they leave the doors wide open for anyone to walk in with muddy shoes? Number. They protect the space, ensuring that only those who respect the art's value can admire it. That's exactly what your boundaries do. They filter out the unworthy, ensuring only those who respect your value get a glimpse of your world. You might wonder, but won't setting boundaries push him away? What if he thinks I'm being difficult or dramatic? Brave women, let me flip that question for you. Why would you want to keep a man in your life who balks at the bare minimum of respecting your standards? Boundaries don't repel the right man. They reveal him. A man who values you will see your boundaries as a challenge to step up, not an obstacle to step away. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us the art of control, not over others, but over ourselves. By setting clear, firm boundaries, you are not controlling him. You are controlling the narrative of how you are treated. This is power in its purest form. The ability to dictate the terms of your life, not through force, but through self-respect. And make no mistake, self-respect is magnetic. Picture this. He cancels on you at the last minute. Instead of seething with resentment or pretending it's fine, you calmly respond, "I understand things come up, but I value clear communication and reliability. Let's plan when you're sure you can commit." Your tone isn't harsh, but it's firm. It's not an ultimatum, but a declaration. You've just drawn a line in the sand, not to punish him, but to remind yourself that your time is sacred. The beauty of boundaries lies in their simplicity. They don't require drama, arguments, or lengthy explanations. A single sentence spoken with calm confidence can shift an entire dynamic. And the most empowering part? Once you set a boundary, your job is done. His response, whether he steps up or steps away, will reveal everything you need to know about his worthiness to stay in your life. Brave women, remember this. Boundaries are not barriers to love. They are the foundation of respect. They are a mirror that reflects your self-worth, and the reflection you show the world is what it will give back to you. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That strength, my queens, is the fuel that will drive you forward, with or without him. So, are you ready to stop bending, compromising, and overextending? Write, "I set the standard" in the comments to affirm your power. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get ready for the next game-changing strategy that will elevate you even further. Remember, a man rises to the level of the woman he values, and you are the woman who commands respect. Not because you demand it, but because you embody it. See you in the next chapter of your transformation. Number 4, reward his actions, not empty words. Command effort, not excuses. Brave women, let me ask you something. How many times have you settled for sweet words and empty promises, only to be left feeling unfulfilled? He tells you what you want to hear, a flurry of charming excuses, a sprinkle of vague assurances. But when it comes to showing up, he's nowhere to be found. You might wonder, should I keep being patient? Maybe he just needs time? Stop giving free passes to mediocrity. You're not just any woman. You're a queen. And queens don't waste their energy on excuses. they reward effort. The harsh truth is, men will do the bare minimum if you let them. It's human nature. We value what we work for. Think of it this way. Would you treasure a diamond handed to you for free as much as one you worked hard to earn? Number. The value lies in the effort. The same applies to relationships. By accepting his excuses, you devalue yourself in his eyes. But when you command effort, when you insist on actions that match his words, you create a dynamic where he either rises to meet your standards or steps aside. And either outcome is a win for you. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions, our energy, and our responses. You can't force a man to step up, but you can master the art of rewarding effort and ignoring excuses. This isn't about being cold or manipulative. It's about self-respect. Imagine a queen on her throne. She doesn't beg for loyalty. She commands it with her presence. That's the energy you need to embody. By valuing actions over words, you shift the power dynamic and force him to prove himself worthy of your attention. Now, let's tackle the doubts creeping into your mind. What if he's really trying, but he just can't show it yet? Brave women, stop making excuses for him. A man who values you will find a way to show it. Actions don't have to be grand gestures. They just need to be consistent and intentional. If he truly cares, he'll make the effort. If he doesn't, your energy is far too precious to waste on empty promises. Think of this as training. When you stop rewarding excuses, you're teaching him how to treat you. You're setting a standard, and men respect standards. If you keep accepting breadcrumbs, he'll keep giving you breadcrumbs. But when you demand a feast, you'll either see him step into his best self or reveal that he's not capable of giving you what you deserve. Either way, you're better off. Let's be clear. Rewarding effort doesn't mean fawning over him for doing the bare minimum. It's about acknowledging genuine effort with grace and gratitude, not desperation. If he plans a thoughtful date or follows through on his promises, let him know you appreciate it. A simple, "I value the effort you put into this," is enough. You're reinforcing the behavior you want without losing your dignity. Dark Stoic psychology is your greatest ally here. By mastering your emotions and responses, you free yourself from the anxiety of overthinking and overcompensating. You're no longer chasing clarity or convincing him of your worth. Instead, you're letting his actions, or lack thereof, speak for themselves. This shift in perspective not only empowers you, but also intrigues him. A woman who values herself becomes a mystery he wants to solve, a treasure he wants to earn. Here's a hard-hitting metaphor. You are the sun. You don't chase anyone. You shine. And it's up to him to bask in your light or live in the shadow of his own excuses. When you embrace this mindset, you become irresistible. Not because you're playing games, but because your confidence and self-respect are magnetic. Brave women, it's time to stop rewarding excuses and start commanding effort. Write this in the comments. Actions over words. My worth demands effort. Let this be your mantra. If this message resonates, like this video and subscribe to the channel. And stay tuned, because the next strategy will teach you how to recognize when his games are no longer worth your energy, and how to gracefully walk away with your power intact. Remember, you don't wait for effort, you inspire it. You are the prize, and it's time the world sees it. Number 5, refuse to play his games. Take back control of your energy and attention. Courageous, unstoppable women, let me ask you this. Why do we let his games dictate our energy, our emotions, our very sense of worth? You've been there, agonizing over every delayed response, every vague excuse, every moment he keeps you guessing. It's a whirlwind of confusion designed to pull you in, to keep you invested while he remains detached. But here's the truth. You were not made to be a pawn in his game. You were made to be the queen who commands the board. The question isn't, why is he playing these games? The real question is, why am I playing along? The moment you choose to stop engaging, you reclaim your power. That's where dark Stoic psychology steps in, giving you the tools to master your emotions, detach from his antics, and elevate yourself to a position of strength that he can't ignore. Because here's the reality. The only reason his games work is that you react. When you refuse to participate, you strip him of control and put it firmly back in your hands. Think of it like a tug of war. Every time you analyze his behavior, send a follow-up text, or adjust your plans to fit his whims, you're pulling on the rope, keeping the tension alive. But what happens when you let go? He's left standing there, holding nothing, forced to grapple with the weight of his own actions. That's the essence of dark Stoic psychology. Detaching yourself from his unpredictability and choosing instead to focus on what you can control, yourself. You can't control the waves, but you can learn to surf, said John Kabat-Zinn. In relationships, the waves are his mixed signals, his games, his lack of consistency. But surfing? That's the art of staying balanced and unshaken, regardless of what he throws at you. When you master this mindset, you become untouchable. His games no longer rattle you because you've shifted your energy towards something far more important. Your own peace, your own growth, your own brilliance. You might wonder, but what if he loses interest? What if ignoring him drives him away? Let me flip that for you. Why would you want to hold on to a man who needs games to stay interested? A real man doesn't need you to chase him. He'll chase you when he sees your value. And trust me, refusing to engage in his games is the most powerful way to show him that value. It's not about being cold or distant. It's about radiating a self-assured calm that speaks volumes. I don't need to play games because I know my worth. Imagine this. Instead of overthinking his behavior, you channel that energy into yourself. You hit the gym, pour yourself into a passion project, or spend time with people who uplift you. By the time he notices your absence, you're already glowing with the fulfillment of a life that doesn't revolve around his breadcrumbs. And here's the kicker. When you stop chasing, he starts questioning. Your detachment shifts the dynamic entirely, forcing him to confront the fact that he's no longer the one holding the cards. Dark Stoic psychology is your guide in these moments. It's not about manipulation. It's about mastery of your emotions, your time, your energy. It's the philosophy of focusing inward, becoming so magnetic in your own right that his games become irrelevant. And trust me, when a man sees that you're unshaken, that his tactics no longer work, he has two choices: rise to meet your level or fade into the background. Either way, you win. Brave women, it's time to step into your power. Refuse to let his games dictate your worth. Refuse to let his inconsistency steal your focus. You are more than the pawn in his chessboard. You are the queen who commands the whole game. Now, write in the comments, "I control the game." Let it be your declaration of power. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next strategy that will take your confidence and relationships to the next level. Your transformation has just begun, and trust me, it's going to be unstoppable. Number 6, step away to be missed. Let him feel your absence and regret. His distance. Brave women, let me ask you this. Why do we stay tethered to someone who refuses to value our presence? Why do we exhaust ourselves, chasing a man who seems to thrive on leaving us questioning? The truth is, A man who doesn't cherish your presence must feel the weight of your absence. And here's the reality they won't tell you. Distance is not your weakness, it's your power. When you master the art of stepping away with grace and conviction, you stop begging for scraps of attention and start commanding the devotion you deserve. Think of it this way. A flame burns brightest when it's admired from a distance. Get too close, and it can be taken for granted. By stepping back, you're not only creating space for yourself to thrive, but you're also forcing him to confront the void left behind. This is where dark Stoic psychology becomes your most powerful ally. It's not about playing games. It's about embracing a mindset of strength, detachment, and unshakable self-worth. Imagine this. You've been giving and giving, pouring your energy into someone who only seems to drift further. Instead of leaning in, you decide to lean back. You stop texting first. Stop rearranging your life for his convenience. Stop allowing his inconsistency to define your worth. Suddenly, the dynamic shifts. He begins to wonder, why has she stopped? What has changed? That's the power of absence. It creates mystery, and mystery is magnetic. Here's the brilliance of dark Stoic psychology. It teaches you to focus not on him, but on yourself. Men, by nature, are wired to pursue what feels elusive, what feels valuable. When you're always available, always eager to fix things, you rob him of the chance to realize what he stands to lose. Stepping away doesn't mean you're abandoning the connection. It means you are giving him the opportunity to reflect on his actions and decide if he's willing to rise to meet your standards. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if stepping back pushes him further away? Let me flip that question for you. What kind of man lets distance extinguish his feelings for someone he truly values? The answer is clear. If he doesn't make an effort when you pull back, he wasn't invested to begin with. And isn't that clarity a gift? By stepping away, you're not only preserving your dignity, but also filtering out anyone who doesn't recognize your worth. Think of yourself as a priceless work of art. Would a masterpiece beg to be admired? Or would it stand confidently, knowing that only those who truly appreciate its brilliance will make the effort to come closer? This is the essence of dark Stoic psychology, teaching you to embody calm detachment and unwavering confidence. Your time, your energy, your love, they are treasures, not to be squandered on anyone who doesn't fight to earn them. When you step away, you also reclaim something priceless: your peace. You stop living in the constant turmoil of overthinking his every move, and you start living for yourself. Invest that time into your passions, your growth, your joy. When you do this, you don't just become a woman he misses. You become a woman who is unstoppable, magnetic, and entirely unforgettable. And here's the truth about men. When they feel your absence, it creates space for them to reflect. It's not manipulation, it's human psychology. Distance allows him to see what he took for granted, to recognize the rare and powerful woman you are. If he doesn't step up, he loses out. If he does, it's because you held your ground and refused to settle for anything less than what you deserve. Brave women, I want you to remember this. Stepping away isn't giving up. It's leveling up. It's the ultimate power move, one rooted in self-respect and self-mastery. Write this in the comments. My absence is my power. Let it be your mantra, your shield, your declaration of worth. And while you're at it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more strategies that will transform not just your relationships, but your entire life. The next step in this journey is about creating boundaries that demand respect. Stay tuned, because once you master this, you'll not only command attention, you'll command devotion. Remember, queens don't beg. they reign. See you in the next chapter. Number 7, evaluate his worth. If he won't rise, walk away without looking back. Brave, unshakable women, let me ask you this. How many times have you found yourself justifying his behavior, making excuses for his lack of effort, or convincing yourself to stay because what if he changes? Let's be honest. That doubt, that hesitation, that gnawing fear of walking away is exactly what keeps you tethered to a man who isn't rising to meet your worth. But here's the truth. A man's failure to step up is never a reflection of your value. It's a mirror of his limitations. And brave women like you do not lower themselves for anyone. The time has come to evaluate his worth with clarity and strength. Imagine you're holding a scale. On one side, you place his actions, the consistent effort, respect, and care he's shown you. On the other side, you place his empty promises, inconsistency, and excuses. Which way does the scale tip? If his actions don't align with his words, you have your answer. As the saying goes, don't tell me your priorities, show me your schedule. If he's not prioritizing you, why should you prioritize him? Here's the mistake too many incredible women make. They cling to potential. Potential is a thief. It robs you of the present while keeping you shackled to the hope of something that may never come. A man who truly values you doesn't need your endless patience or constant reminders. He steps up because he recognizes the rare gem you are. And if he doesn't, that's when dark Stoic psychology becomes your greatest ally. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that we cannot control another person's actions, but we can control how we respond. If he won't rise to your level, you rise alone. This is not weakness. It's strength in its purest form. Detaching from someone who doesn't meet your standards isn't giving up. It's freeing yourself to find someone who does. Remember, a queen does not sit in the mud waiting for someone to recognize her crown. She walks away and builds her empire elsewhere. Some of you might be thinking, but what if he changes after I leave? What if I'm walking away too soon? Brave women, listen carefully. If your absence inspires him to grow and evolve, that's a sign you've already won. But his transformation is not your responsibility. It's his. Your role is to live in alignment with your standards, not to drag someone else into their potential. Picture this. A tree stands tall in a forest, its roots deep and its branches strong. A man who is worthy of your time is like sunlight, nourishing and uplifting you. But if he's a storm, constantly shaking your foundation and causing your leaves to wither, it's time to walk away and find brighter skies. You owe it to yourself to thrive, not just survive. Walking away is never easy, but it's always necessary when the scales tip against your peace. And here's the magic. When you leave, you're no longer just a woman he took for granted. You become the one he regrets losing. Dark Stoic psychology shows us that detachment is not about manipulation. It's about mastery. It's about taking control of your story and letting him face the reality of his choices. So, fearless women, I challenge you to ask yourself this. Does he meet the standards you've set for yourself? If the answer is no, walk away without looking back. Let him feel the void you leave behind. Let him see the space where your light used to shine. And if he doesn't chase you, let that be the closure you need. It means he was never ready to deserve you. This is your moment to reclaim your power. Write, "I rise above" in the comments to declare your strength. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join a community of women who refuse to settle. And stay tuned, because in the next strategy, we'll uncover how to use dark Stoic psychology to make him pursue you like never before. Remember, brave women don't wait. They command. Number 8. Use dark Stoic psychology to flip the script. Make him chase the high-value woman you are. Brave, unshakable women. Let me ask you this. Why are you letting his inconsistency dictate your value? Why are you allowing his mixed signals and half-hearted effort to plant seeds of doubt in your mind? The truth is, when a man pulls away or keeps you guessing, it's not your job to decode his behavior. Instead, it's your time to rise, to flip the script, and to make him see the kind of woman he'll regret losing. This is where the power of dark Stoic psychology comes in. A way to master your emotions, reshape the dynamic, and have him chasing the extraordinary woman you truly are. Dark Stoic psychology isn't about manipulation. It's about transformation. It's about becoming so deeply rooted in your own power that no man's actions, or inactions, can shake your confidence. Picture yourself as a lighthouse, standing tall and unyielding, no matter how wild the storm around you becomes. The men who are worthy will navigate toward your light. The rest will be lost in the fog. This isn't cruelty. It's clarity. It's about showing the world, and yourself, that your value isn't negotiable. One of the core principles of dark Stoic psychology is this: control what you can, and let go of what you can't. Can you control his silence? Number. Can you control whether he texts you back? Number. But you can control how you respond. You can choose to stop feeding the dynamic where he holds all the power. You can withdraw your energy from his games and invest it where it truly belongs, back into yourself. Think of a queen on her throne. Does she chase her subjects for their attention? Never. She remains poised, focused on ruling her kingdom. When you embody this mindset, something incredible happens. A man senses the shift. He feels the weight of your absence, the strength of your boundaries, and the magnetic allure of your independence. Suddenly, he's not just interested, he's captivated. Because nothing is more irresistible than a woman who knows her routine and refuses to compromise it. You might be thinking, but if I pull back, won't he lose interest? Won't he move on? Let me answer that with a question of my own. Do you really want a man who only stays interested if you overextend yourself? A man who values you will step up when you step back. And if he doesn't, you've just spared yourself from wasting time on someone who was never worthy of your energy. Dark Stoic psychology is your key to understanding male psychology. Men thrive on challenge and respect what they have to earn. When you reclaim your power, you're no longer an open book for him to take for granted. You're the rare, fascinating enigma that he can't stop thinking about. You're the woman he dreams of, not because you played games, but because you mastered the art of living authentically and unapologetically. Picture this. The next time he sends a vague text or pulls back, you don't react. You don't double text, overthink, or try to win him back. Instead, you pour your energy into something that fuels you. A passion project, a workout that makes you feel invincible, or quality time with friends who remind you of your brilliance. When he finally reaches out, he'll find a woman who isn't sitting by the phone, waiting. He'll find a woman who's thriving, glowing, and undeniably magnetic. And trust me, that realization will shake him to his core. So, powerful women, the choice is yours. Will you stay stuck in his games, or will you flip the script and reclaim your throne? Let him chase the high-value woman you are, the woman who doesn't bend, doesn't beg, and doesn't break. You are the prize, and it's time he remembers that. If you're ready to embrace this shift, write, "I am his challenge, not his comfort," in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because the next step in your transformation is going to amplify your power even further. You've already started this journey. Now, let's take it to the next level. The time to rise is now. Conclusion. Brave women, today you've unlocked the power of dark Stoic psychology, a path that transforms you into a woman who commands respect, inspires devotion, and leaves no room for games or half-hearted effort. The days of overthinking, chasing, or doubting your worth are over. You've learned how to flip the script, master your emotions, and radiate a magnetic energy that makes the right man rise to meet your standards. This isn't just about relationships. It's about owning your power in every aspect of your life. Now it's time to take action. Reclaim your throne, live unapologetically, and set the tone for the respect you deserve. If this resonated with you, like this video and share it with every strong woman you know. Let's build a community of unstoppable queens together. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tools to fuel your transformation. Together, we rise.